Hi gorgeous, it's Ker-leen. Thank you so much for tuning back into my channel. Today's video is the first of a multiple part series where I talk about some of my best fragrance discoveries in 2024. I'll be talking a little bit about designer, niche, as well as my Arabian fragrance finds. So if that sounds good to you, then please stay tuned. Hey friend, welcome back. I am super excited to jump into this series with you. Thank you for being here again. And to those of you who are new here on this channel, I talk luxury, I do review videos, I share my fragrance journey, and I also sprinkle in a little bit of lifestyle here and there. So if any of those things sound good to you, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And also be sure to turn on that notification bell so you know exactly when my videos drop. All right, let's get into it. The first fragrance I wanted to talk about is one that I was gifted earlier this year when I hit a major milestone on this channel. My hubby gifted me Queening by Mind Games. Queening to me is feminine, it's soft, it's regal. That's kind of the place it holds in my collection. It's powdery, it's a little creamy, and it just feels so comforting, but it also feels very feminine and very polished. This is my year-round scent. This is something I can pick up any month of the year, spritz it on, and feel absolutely fabulous, but not fabulous in like a dressy way. This is fabulous from the inside out. It's a more intimate fragrance as far as performance, and I feel like that's also the effect it has on me. It has like this inside out effect where I just feel comfortable, cozy, and ultra confident in my skin. It makes me feel super feminine. That's the kind of fragrance that Queening is. So Queening was my entree into the brand Mind Games, and I got a ton of samples when I purchased this, so I'm definitely going to be revisiting the brand. But y'all, this was such an amazing fragrance discovery this year. It's one that I'm super happy to have, and it is one that just brings me so much joy whenever I put it on. So again, this is Queening by Mind Games. The next fragrance discovery is an Arabian fragrance. I was introduced to this fragrance by another creator here on YouTube. Her channel is My Fragrance Trail, and when she talked about this fragrance, she gave it rave reviews and she told absolutely no lies. I went ahead and picked it up and I have not looked back since. This is one that's a staple in my collection. It's here to stay. It's not going anywhere. This is Afnan's Edict Amber Rhythm. This fragrance appealed to me so much because it's a combination of a lot of fragrances that I think are fabulous. So what I smelled initially and what I still smell today, in my opinion, this is a mashup of fragrances like Baccarat Rouge 540, also fragrances like Milk by Commodity, maybe even a little bit of like that Angel Share vibe. I feel like they put all of those amazing crowd-pleasing favorites in one bottle in this fragrance. It's that good. This is a beast mode performer, and that's why that's all I've used so far, because this thing will fill up an entire building. I'm using a little hyperbole there, a little exaggeration, but y'all, this is that good. It projects, it lasts, it sticks to your clothing well after several washes. That's how amazing of a performer this one is. This is one that I would actually recommend. A lot of these fragrances, I think you have to get your nose on them, but this is one I would not hesitate to recommend because it's at an amazing price and it's like a mashup of all of those crowd favorites in one bottle. This is also something that might be a great gift as well. This is Afnan Edict Amber Rhythm. So this next fragrance I also picked up kind of around the beginning of this year. It's a designer scent. I haven't picked up a ton of designer scents this year, but this is a designer scent that really impressed me. This is Flower Bomb Tiger Lily by Viktor and Rolf. This is your crowd-pleasing, tropical, sweet, refreshing, juicy fragrance in a bottle. At least to me anyway. I absolutely love this fragrance. I love the way that the mango is done. I think mango for me is the standout note in this fragrance because it lingers throughout the entire wear, and that's because they put that mango and benzoin at the base of the fragrance, which those are the notes, and those base notes kind of stay with you well after the initial blast and kind of like the middle of the fragrance has worn away. So for me, those are the things I absolutely love about Tiger Lily. This is one of those scents that if I don't know what to wear, I will reach for it because it's a year-round scent. Even though it has a lot of those tropical nuances, this is something that I would wear year-round. I really enjoyed it in warmer weather, of course, but I would wear this even now at the end of fall, approaching winter, because it's just an easy reach type of scent for me. It's done so well. And for me, this is probably my favorite flower bomb. It's so good, so well done, not too sweet, not too creamy or cloyingly dense, refreshing, but not quite a freshie. It's just a beautifully balanced fragrance with those designer characteristics. So when you smell this, you can definitely tell it's a designer fragrance, and it just has really subtle tropical nuances. And if you like mango, it's definitely something to get your nose on at your local department store if that sounds like your kind of thing. But yes, this is one of my best discoveries in 2024. This next fragrance is another Arabian beauty, and I love bringing you all Arabian fragrances. I also really love to just explore Arabian fragrances because they are so affordable, but the quality is not compromised. The quality has just been so impressive, at least for the ones I have in my collection. And this one is no exception. This is December Vanilla by Paris Corner. This is one that when I first picked it up, I was blown away. I actually owned the original that this fragrance is inspired by. This is a dupe for Kayali's Vanilla Sugared Patchouli Royale. I believe that's the name, but I actually owned that fragrance and I wore it. I loved it. I love the creme brulee, like that burnt creme brulee that was spiked with the rum, but it was just a little too much, too intense for me, which is actually a good thing. But for me, I just couldn't really enjoy it because it definitely gave me a little bit of a headache whenever I wore it. So I ended up selling mine, and when I picked this up, I was pleasantly surprised. This one has the same notes and the same feel, the same vibe, but this one is a little bit lighter of a wear, and for me, that makes it more wearable. So I do not think this is like a really strong, spot-on dupe simply because of the performance. It's a little different. This one is a little lighter. It's a little less intense. However, for me, this is still an incredible perfume. This is so, so good. Like I mentioned, you get that creme brulee, but it's a spiked creme brulee. So the rum is definitely there at first blast. It kind of lingers into the mid for me. And then I love the way rose is done in here. So I'm someone that is not the biggest fan of like that deep, dark red rose. And the way that they've done rose in here is really nice. It's balanced. You can tell it's there, but it's not overpowering. It's a true middle note because you definitely get it at the mid, but it doesn't take over. It's really well done. December Vanilla is one of those fragrances that I pull out when I'm headed out in the evening, and this is also going to be one I wear in the winter time during the day because I feel like it's going to be a great performer in cold weather. It smells very niche, very expensive. It's one that I cannot say enough good things about, and I'm really happy to have it in my collection. Definitely one of my best discoveries of 2024. This is December Vanilla by Paris Corner. And the last fragrance I have here is one that I've done a dedicated video for. I will link the video here. This is my first Miss Dior fragrance, and this is Miss Dior Parfum. This fragrance, y'all, I love. I absolutely love it. Ugh. It's just so pretty, so feminine, but also extremely classy. This is one of the fragrances in my collection that I pull out when I want to feel really pulled together, very sophisticated, because it gives off this classy sort of feel when I have it on. It's an elevated fragrance for sure, but it maintains a playfulness, which is what I love about it. It has a strawberry note, and I definitely get that strawberry during the wear. It's just so playful, but also still a little mature, still elevated, still very classy, and it's because of the base notes. There is patchouli in here, but the patchouli is not like heavy or strong or super earthy. It's not an offensive patchouli note at all, but I definitely pick it up, and I feel like it adds to the wear time because this is a long-lasting fragrance for me. It's not like a super beast mode fragrance, but it projects at more than an arm's length for the first couple of hours. Then it becomes a really noticeable scent bubble after that. If I put it on in the beginning of the day, it will take me well into the 6-hour territory where I can still smell it on me. So the performance is there for me, and I think it has something to do with the patchouli that's in this fragrance. Y'all, this is great. I've even worn this to go work out because I wanted to see how it would hold up, and y'all, I could still perceive this on my workout clothing after a sweaty class. So I love this. It's one of my best fragrance discoveries of 2024. I'm really happy to have this one, although I've heard so many good things about what this one is supposed to be replacing, the Miss Dior Chérie. There have been a lot of differing opinions on whether this actually, you know, comes close to the original Miss Dior Chérie or not. I'm just happy to have this one because it is so good. I've smelled some of the other ones that are available and none of them really caught my attention the way this fragrance did. So anywho, this is Miss Dior Parfum by Dior. Okay friends, so we've come to the end of the video and I want to say thank you so much for watching up to this point. If you enjoyed the video, if you found it helpful, don't forget to give it a like on your way out. Stay tuned for part number 2 because I do have several more parts coming up of my best fragrance discoveries of 2024. So if you're not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications so you never miss another video. Before I go today, I wanted to sort of share with you something that I'll be doing as this year comes to a close, and that is taking inventory. So I'll be thinking about some of the goals in all the different areas of my life that I had at the beginning of the year and looking at what I've done to contribute to those goals as this year comes to a close. I plan on putting an emphasis on all the good things that happened and then those things that were less than desirable that happened to me this year. I plan on labeling those things as things that I need to address, areas for concern or areas that need attention as this year comes to a close. So whatever taking inventory looks like for you, I encourage you to do that. Really think about all the different areas of your life, highlight the positives, give yourself a kudos for the positives, but also make sure you identify the areas that need improvement as we get ready to go into 2025. Crazy to say 2025, but y'all, this year is almost at a close. But the good thing is that we have made it very far. I'm happy to be here with you every single week talking about something that brings joy, because I think that's so important, is to find things that bring us joy, and I look forward to continuing to do that with you all. Thank you so much for watching this video. I will see you in the next one very soon. Bye.